recording and let's begin. Okay, guys, good morning to all of you. We're going to start our MAO very, very shortly. All right, just get myself prepared. Okay, let's start. Okay, all right. Today is the 7th of April, 2021, Wednesday. All right, cryptocurrency euphoria continues. So do we unload or jump in, right? This is a morning question that I want to ask all of you. Can you answer me right now? Do you think that it's time to unload? All right, unload meaning that probably you think it's time to sell, or at least if you are holding it, you can unload it. But if you think that you don't have it now, but you think that it's time to just get out first, please key to unload. If you think that it's time to jump in, please key jump. All right, so guys, those who are online with me right now, can you text me your answer? Do you think that it's time to go in or it's time to unload? All right, let me see your answer right now. Okay. All right, good morning to all of you. Okay, Anthony says that unload. Carl say take partial, unload. How about the rest? Okay, Philip say unload. Okay, how about the rest? We have about 32 of you now online. Okay, it's still a bit early, right? Usually the crowd only come in at about 8:45, 9 o'clock. Okay. All right, so I believe that the rest probably is still busy, or they are driving, or they are listening, you know. Jump into new coin, say Richard. Oh, okay. All right, so basically itself, right? Fred also say unload, huh? Okay. Tao Ming say jump in. Okay, cool. Okay. So the thing is this, if you ask me, my personal view is that, right, probably as what Carl just mentioned, unload a partial of it. All right, unload partial of it, but stay long overall. All right, that will be my personal take also. All right, let me explain to you why do I say that, okay? Let's start. Now, first of all, this is a very interesting cartoon which I saw this morning. You know, we have this troposphere, stratosphere, and so forth, right? All the different sphere that is outside the Earth. Okay, but apparently now we have a new one called cryptosphere. All right, apparently now we are talking about new market altogether, a new universe altogether, and apparently itself so many people are going into it. Now, basically, if you actually watch some of the local television, okay, I won't mention the name exactly, you can see that it can cover for more than half an hour or an hour to tell you the thing about this cryptocurrency market. And they also tell you that the upside and the downside of it, and they emphasize very heavily on the downside. So my point is this, thinking from a conspiracy point of view itself, I'm just waiting and thinking, is it because they got something to tell us, or is that a message they're trying to pass it to us? All right, but they cannot openly say it, so they had to subtly mention that. I don't know. All right, so apparently you can see now on the mainstream, on the social media, you can see about people making $1 million in just 1 month of trading in the cryptocurrency market, okay? We have people making $1.3 million just on the comfort of the wheelchair. Oh my God, okay? It's telling you that, okay, just sit down. If you are even physically challenged, you can actually sit down there and then still make money and become a millionaire. And of course, we also have people that can tell you that, okay, in a single trade, you can make $6,000. Wow, one single trade makes $6,000. And there's also people telling you that now I use $900 to make $2 million on CoinPort. So is it really possible? Well, by mathematics, it is possible. If someone, like what Winston said in the last workshop, right? Someone has 10,000 Bitcoin about 11 years ago, okay? 10,000 Bitcoin. If this individual did not pass this 10,000 Bitcoin to the pizza boy and kept that 10,000 Bitcoin to date, based on the current value right now, this guy net worth is about $700 million. $700 million. Oh my God, imagine that. So this guy itself with 10,000 coin, he just gave someone else 11 years ago for one pizza, and now it's worth $700 million. Okay, I mean, that is how crazy Elizabeth is, but it is possible. Relatively, it is very possible. That's why, you know, we need to be upfront here. It is possible, but do you think that it's a good time now? That's the question, right? So the crypto mania kept going, and this is what I can search on you on the internet. There's so many of them anyway. But then again, our Singapore government, okay, where we are residing now, is actually telling us that, okay, guys, be careful with crypto trading. Okay, so again, this is where it comes in, all right? So be very careful. And it says that, right, it's telling you that, the market is still relatively small, so therefore, right, don't you get into it and so forth, right? This Taman is obviously our law minister, and he's informing us here, right? It's like telling people, hey, man, cool down, man, don't go crazy. So to me, is this, if you're trading Bitcoin, everything comes with a stop loss, okay? Everything comes with risk management. As long as you can control that particular part, I think that's fine. Now, in regards whether the exchange will be around when things go crazy, it all depends on the integrity of the exchange, which seriously no one can really control that, right? Now, in telling me that, is it dangerous? Let's put it this way. Playing anything is dangerous. Like you play the penny counters back in 2014, it was dangerous. You actually goes into property investment back in 2006, it was dangerous. So end of the day, is this danger really depending on real point of at the moment, all right? It's example like even like Lehman Brothers, right? Remember the Lehman, the mini bonds back then, okay? That it was supposed to be safe, right? It's supposed to be very safe. And what happened? Hundreds of millions evaporated in Singapore. So I'm not trying to say that crypto is safe, but I'm not telling you itself anything in the financial market, as long as it's a financial instrument, it has its risk, okay? So if you want to get involved in this market, just take note of that. You just have to be, your downside risk. But if you actually look at this post, okay, this post itself, I need to verify. Apparently, this post says that this Temasek Holding has said to be buying Bitcoin since 2018. So that's a question mark here. Here they are buying, and here we are warning. But again, I need to stress this point. Temasek has not comment nor reply on this particular posting. This one must be very careful. It's recorded now. I'm telling you this. They has not comment on this. And obviously, if Temasek name is being used and it is actually not true, I'm very sure this posting will be hit very fast. Okay, we've seen it before, right? But apparently it's right. This guy just updated onto his Twitter, and apparently no one complains or feedback. So you probably understand where I'm coming from, right? So the thing is this, I checked for you guys as well, right? Apparently, okay, this is actually from we can see online that's available, that the sovereign wealth manager is not new to the cryptocurrency space. Back in 2018, it invested in Binance Singapore. Binance actually is a very big company. It's the #1 exchange in the world. So Binance Singapore is the one that's established in Singapore. You can actually see it's open, okay? And it allows Singaporeans to buy Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. So the point is this, you see, that means that this article about Temasek, not too confirmed to be true. We put it aside first. But nonetheless, our sovereign fund actually went in and invested in this Binance Singapore. So hence, therefore, right, cryptocurrency is actually good to go in Singapore. It's just that it's just a warning sign to inform you guys that just go slow and be careful, because the euphoria is kind of high. Why do I say that? All right, it's because like this. Now, you look at from Ethereum, Bitcoin, Ripple, Tether, Polkadot, and Cardano. All right, apparently, these counters are up by 2% to as much as 83% in a single week. All right. 7 days percentage difference is almost 83% for Ripple. Wow. Yes. Ripple was only 20 cents. Okay. 20 over cents just 1 week ago. And now it shot up to $1. Oh my God. This is really incredible. Right. Sorry. Not $1. Sorry. It was at 80 cents and went up to $1 in just such a short time period. Okay. Sorry. 80%. That is about 50 cents. Sorry. Okay. 50 plus cents, okay, 60 cents to be correct. Okay, so my point is this, okay, look at all the counters are all running up like crazy, right? Only Bitcoin recently got a little bit of downside, all right? Apparently Bitcoin last few days, in fact, last 7 days is down by average of 1.34%. Okay, and if you look at our chart, let me bring to you now our chart. You can jolly well see why. You can see on our Bitcoin chart, it does tell you that, right, the last few days there was some selling by the whales. You can see that. Yes, indeed. That's why while the euphoria on Bitcoin is ongoing, but from our Bitcoin chart, we can see that the whales are taking some profit off the table. So that's why you can see that this is reflected over here. So this is coinmarketcap.com. You can actually look into this later. But my point is this. There are people who are telling me, Kel, every morning I wake up, I got 10%, 20% gain in my portfolio. Wow, this is incredible, right? by doing nothing, you make money. That is really something that we all have seen this before. Whenever the market behaves this way, we know that we need to be very, very careful. Okay. So traders, you just have to take note of that. I just want you to do well and be careful. Okay. Just be careful. Okay. So let's motivate one another. As in the morning, tough times never last, but tough people do. All right. That's the reason why we stay tough, because when the tough is coming in, the tougher people will just make sure things get done. All right. So that's why if you give up, it means that you never wanted it. I think it's a very powerful statement. I mean, if you want to be rich, guys, you really must put the extra effort. I mean, put it this way. Of course, nowadays, again, due to the cryptocurrency, right? It's in that I only put effort, some money everywhere, and I make money. It's just like buying lottery, Toto, 4D. You just buy. Now, obviously, buy lottery and Toto, you may not actually make money. All right. High chance that you could lose this money, right? All right, but the thing is this, if you buy cryptocurrency, all right, same thing, you may lose this money. But if it actually goes up and incredible, now there's something to take note of. Like, I put this way, like Ripple, okay, put this way. Ripple was doing pretty okay back then. Then when it came back down itself, right, everybody was telling me that, this is gone. So I told my friend this, look, you can just buy $1, example, and if it goes down, you lose $1. But if it goes up, you make back the dollar. And then let's say it goes even higher, like what Bitcoin did to 58,000, then you make back 558. You can make as much as 58,000 times your money. So think about this, it's better than you buy lottery tickets. So that's why when I spoke to Winston back then, we have the same common stand, which is that, look, if you have some excess money and you don't mind just go through all the Coinbase in Singapore, or on exchange, and you see whichever makes some sense to you, and just put in there. The thing is this, you will never know how much or how far this counter will go. But if let's say you happen to pick the right one, it may be pretty rewarding. All right. So traders, this is something that I want to share this with you, and you make your own decision. Okay. All right. All right. So let's just continue and. Okay, so disclaimer as usual first before I start this morning MAO, because I mean I started already actually. It's more like the technical part, because end of the day is I still want to make sure that you guys know that there is a possible of losses, okay? And this is loose that is used for learning aids, and you really must seriously consider before you engage into trading. And you must understand, once you have continued from this point onwards, right, you have accepted the above and have identified me. This is very important, because if not yourself, you can just off your screen now and move on your own trading or your own life, okay? But once you continue, listen to me, and you happen to take my advice, then you know that there is a potential downside risk, okay? This is very, very, very important. All right, so just a bit of marketing once again. My next preview will be on the 17th of April, where it's about 10 days from today. The link will be ready soon. The link will be ready soon, but the main objective is that we want to hit 550 people. That's my objective for this time. I hope you guys will assist me. And of course, this time the topic will be market madness, okay? Market madness. Now, apparently when I was just Googling market madness, I realized that, hey, there's a game. Apparently there's a game. It's a board game that is sort of a fun and realistic game of the stock market. Okay, apparently it's approved by today's parents. So it's for the age of 9 and above. Okay, so I'm gonna dig it out and see whether I can find this game or not. It's quite cool, right? To have a board game on stock market. Okay, so probably it's an old game or new game, not too sure. But from the way I look at internet, it's like a new game, in fact. So I like this picture because it's really showed how mad the market can be. It's that when market is good, everybody is happy. When the market is bad, people go chaotic. Then when the market is at the low point again, you can see people just shouting each other, screaming the hell of it. So end of the day, it's always repertoire, right? You can see this guy and this guy is the same. You realize this? Yeah, because it's just to tell you that, right, market behave in this way, right? It's always repeating. I think this picture is fantastic. It looks like a different thing, but you look carefully, the people there itself is identical. This tell you that the market has this patterns, okay? So end of the day, traders, you just have to, think. Madness is definitely about leveraging, okay? So let's look into the cryptocurrency war. In fact, China has lead into the central digital market, digital bank currency, okay? And apparently now they are doing this. You can see this is the new digital yuan, okay? The digital currency, right, launched during the Lunar New Year. And look, it looks good. It looks nice, okay? And of course, we have seen now, right, the Federal Reserve side, they're also looking into this particular market. All right, and they are actually designing issue of the digital currency. So you can understand this. Digital currency will definitely be something that's going to come on. All right, you cannot deny this. It's going to come. And if you deny yourself, right, then what happens is that you may lose that very chance to actually profit from it. So that's why we are going in. Now, do note in the midweek mid of next week, right? I believe Coinbase is going to have its IPO, and of course, next week on Nasdaq. And this company has just said that the revenues has climbed 9-folds, okay, from a year ago. All right, so this is where you can see that, right? They're going to expect about $1.8 billion in quarter revenue, and the company revenue has been steadily going up. You see that? Wow, look at it. The company is doing so well. So you can see that as long as people are happy with this, companies doing this will definitely benefit. But of course, I would say 96% of this company revenue is all based on the cryptocurrency market. So if anybody comes in to shake this as well, right, this company will get hit. But I say the chance of that happening is low unless it's a black swan event that basically will blanket everybody out. Then of course, then there is a chance that this counters will go down. But if you ask me seriously, even let's say there's a black swan for one day, any very reason, after that it's all right. The first the type of companies that I will invest will be this type of company. I repeat myself one more time. It means that, right, if there's any chance of a black swan event or anything that create a financial sell down suddenly, example, any company that deals with cryptocurrency with a very established background will be the best buy, because I believe these counters will go up even higher probably in the next 2-3 years time. Okay, maybe like at least from then until 2024, because I strongly believe that this is the direction of the future already. Okay, so this one, I hope that will be a very good little forecasting over here. All right, now we talk about this Achegos debacle. All right, apparently now, I mean, there are more and more news surfacing out, and it seems to be Morgan Stanley also dumped before the massive fire sale hit the rivals. Okay, so Morgan Stanley dumps $5 billion in Achegos stocks the night before. That means that they dump it before the fire sale. So apparently, right, there is some, there is some ongoing rumors is that, right, these companies are not hit. The question is if this big company like Morgan Stanley and Goldman Sachs are not hit, right, then the question is who got hit, okay? So Morgan Stanley was holding quite a fair bit, $18 billion worth. Goldman Sachs was of 10.5. So imagine these two combined together is like 20 to $30 billion. So somebody has basically been sold something at $30 billion worth, and the counter went down by almost 30 to 40%. So which means that immediately itself, right, we're talking about, let's say 30 billion goes down and 40% evaporated. So then we're talking about $12 billion losses at just a few days. So think about this. All right, on one stand, it looks like, okay, I'm doing a business, I sell first, you want to be a buyer, and there's nothing wrong. It's just like what happened in the margin call movie. But the thing is that still, end of the day, someone must pick up the tab. So if someone has sold, someone has bought. And someone has bought, someone is now holding the baby. And if these counters are not going to do well, this is going to be inside their balance sheet. And this is going to be very terrible for the P&L. So that's why in this financial world, it's all right. No one play fair, no one plays safe. Okay, that's why I'm sharing that. All right, so that is covering the global market, and let's look at the US market and see what happened overnight. Now, the US stock market was okay, pretty sideways for most of the day before it actually came down towards the last an hour or so. Okay, so why? Apparently, it's just from profit taking, as I mentioned. So the Dow Jones was down by about 100 points, and S&P dropped by 0.1. Nasdaq actually pushed up a little bit. That's why contained the downside for the S&P. And obviously, the main reason was because the point is this: the bond yield actually came off. That was something surprising. The bond yield actually came off 7 basis points. So the question is, how come? Well, apparently now there are some rumors saying that, right, the Biden $2 trillion deal may not really go through. So that's why there is some so-called easing in the bond market. But isn't that if the yields goes down, right, isn't that the stock market should go up? That's why the question mark is how come? And of course, people are basically also getting a bit worried because of the corporate tax, right? But of course, Biden, I say he is not worried, so that is why. But it's a good thing that the vaccination is still ongoing and people are actually enjoying themselves in the sun. So overall, is it just a temporary profit taking, or is it because the starting of some serious correction? So I'll let the market decide to tell us, but at least you know this is what's happening right now. On the future side, at the moment now, all looks okay. Basically for Investor Business Daily, they say that Tesla faced key tests. All right, all about Tesla apparently. Okay, so you can see Tesla is the one that is on the highlight. Now, for Tesla share, let's bring up Tesla, shall we? Okay, Tesla. Here we go. Day chart. Okay, now Tesla. Okay, basically you can see Tesla shares came down all the way to about 589 level back then. Sorry, lower than that. 589, yeah? Okay, something's wrong there. Yeah, 89, 589 level. So after that, you create a BNB. After BNB, the market stays above the BNB and the market goes up. But then you can see on the longer scale, you can see that this is what happened on this Tesla. Can you see that? Okay, let me just bring it in with some drawing. So this is the high. This is the first recovery that went up but failed to cross the high. Then it came down very strongly, rebounded on technical ground. This is the next high. And then now it's coming up. So now we can see that this is what is happening right now. So traders, there's two sides of it. By the way, there's two sides. Let me show you the two sides of traders. Okay. Oh, sorry. Okay. So traders are saying that, right, this could be actually a start of what you see previously here. All right, where the market was lowering, but then the low got higher. Then after that, Tesla share basically blossomed from $400 all the way to $800. So up by 100%. So now they're saying that this could be the same formation, like a wedge formation. All right, something like this. Okay, right, something like this, a wedge formation. So if Tesla basically, finds some strength and go above it, pulls back, Tesla could be going back to the $800 level. So this is actually a possibility of what Tesla could be doing. So that is on the positive side. Okay, positive side. Now, how about the negative side? Well, the negative side is that it comes back down and you do the same thing, but instead of going up, it may crash down and go lower. Okay, so there's two sides of the coin here right now. So I want to ask this is, how many of you see number one? That means number one is this, meaning going up. How many of you see number two? Right, can you please key your answer right now into the group chat? Okay, so Iman says number one, Toming 1, Han Yu 1, Azar 1, Fred 1. Okay, so apparently it's all right. Okay, down, I believe you mean number two, man. Okay, apparently, right, we know that Tesla has came out better delivery last quarter, right? The delivery was much better, and hence therefore causing the Tesla share to go up. Right, that is something that you understand. But the thing is this, that was where the counter gap up here, and logic, it should go higher, right? But now you can see it's coming down. So I will say this as a from technical point of view, if the market can recover and go past where it gap up, then that means the market accepted the delivery, and that will bring the Tesla share higher. Okay, but if the market couldn't go up, okay, and in fact this is where the last gap up is. If the market goes below the gap up, right, then of course the market may think that this is not going to be what they're looking for. And of course, there is a good chance for Tesla to come back down here. Okay, that's about $600. Now, of course, if you hit $600 on technical ground, if you think the company is safe, you can go back in again and buy up. All right, it is possible. So at least now, this is my personal take, being very objective here, not to speculate, but being objective here itself. But at the moment, you can see that the boys are buying. The boys are buying. The last 2 days, the boys been buying. So of course, at the moment now, still overall is safe on the upside. Okay. All right, so that is my little take on Tesla. Okay, right. Okay, let's move on. All right, so let's look at the Dow Jones yesterday. Okay, the Dow Jones yesterday. Now, Dow Jones yesterday, the opening price was below the pivot 2. And I mentioned before, as long as the market is below pivot 2 and below opening price, most likely the price will go down. And indeed, it already happened. Now, although the KSI is green in color, but that means that the downside will not be that incredible big time. Likely, it will be progressive downwards. And indeed, it really happened. So let's look at the 15-minute chart to see what happened. So you can see that the market basically failed to cross the pivot 2 in fact, and then did a CCYR, yellow to red. Once it dropped below OP, that's where we shorted, right? This is where we shorted. And of course, the moment we shorted, the market came down and beautifully it stopped perfectly at the TSCB level, right? At the circuit breaker. Oh, this is not the one, it's from here, sorry. Just ignore what I just said. Just came down to this point and then recovers, but then push back down. Okay, missed the KTR by a little bit and then recovers. Then it just basically stays sideways. But as long as it stays below OP and below the pivot 2, it will be a sell, right? So you look at it, if you focus on that, every CCYR, yellow to red, if you focus to sell, overall, you still make. That's the point. When the market is below OP and below P2, as I mentioned before, no matter what people tell you about overbought or oversold or market is due to rebound, remember this, as long as the rules, okay, is below OP and below pivot 2, stay sell. So every time you see CCYR, you just focus on the sell side, you will jolly well win some money. And that's why I say our system is very unique, right? A lot of system itself, when it come down to a point when market came down, right, they'll tell you it's time to buy. But our system has a very interesting point when it comes to this particular setup, where it's actually below OP and below pivot 2, no matter how oversold it is, the market is still a sell. Same vice versa. If the market is above OP and is above pivot 1, for some reason, right, traders who think it's overbought, they try to sell the market. But what happened? The market keep on climbing. That's why if you ask me, right, classic trades, in my opinion, TWB classic trades are the best strategies. All right, it's the best strategy for you to trade. As long as you follow through, the chance of you making money is absolutely very, very high. Okay, so take note of that. Classic trades, classic strategies. Okay. All right, so got it? Cool. Okay, so let's us take a look at the market right now, the technical point. Okay. Okay, here we go. Right, sorry about apology of the boo-boo yesterday. Hong Kong will be open today. I'm quite sure now. Okay, so later on about Hong Kong. Okay, so let's look at the Dow Jones in the long term. Well, apparently there was some profit taking as we suspected. All right, then the if you look carefully, the MLP, the market just broke below the MLP by a little bit. Okay, so for today, the new MLP will be somewhere around here. Can you see that? Yeah, somewhere around here. So if the market crossed the MLP, which is about 33,488, okay, of course, it's not drawn to scale. Do your mathematics, do your own calculation. If the market can stay above the MLP, likely chance the market should be doing fine, okay? But if the market tests MLP but fail and come down, then of course, the market may just technically test the trend line that we have established, and that level is about 33,200 range. So today it's at 33,480. So even a pullback of 200 to 300 points is fairly normal, it's 1% only. So it is possible to see the Dow Jones coming down to 33,200, all right, level. So traders, watch out for that. The MA30 is 32,877. Hence, therefore, is still a little bit far from where we are now. So no need to worry. So the bullishness is still going to be pretty much intact for time being. Okay, so that is the level to watch out for today. Okay, so that is the Dow Jones on the conventional, right? All-time high is still there. The new all-time high at 33,618. Okay, my trend line is still there. Weekly chart is climbing, but as I mentioned to you, that if this week, if it market close a black candle, then next week, usually based on what we're seeing, there will be some profit taking the next week. Okay, so I did mention about next week, there should be some profit taking from probably 12th of April onwards, 12th of April. All right, for those who are friends of mine. I did mention that. So let's see whether my 12th of April speculation will come true or not. Okay, 12th of April. Okay. All right, so let's continue. Okay. Now, later on, towards the end of today's MAO, I will talk about gold trading. And it's actually going to present to you my own version of seasonality pattern. All right. And if you are interested in gold trading or gold investment, please stay on until to the end of today's MAO. All right. I know that that part itself is the alternate market views, which some of y'all may not like it, but today don't have those negative stuff. Today is about gold trading. So stay on until to the end of MAO to see what's my view on gold in a couple of days. Okay. This is something that I just to remind you. All right. Okay. Let's look at the Dow's movement for this today. Let's look at Dow. Here we go. Now, today, the Dow has the same setup as what happened yesterday, okay? So apparently for Dow today, the opening price is actually below the pivot 2, all right? But the only thing is the market now is trading above OP. So now from OP to pivot 2, this is where we call it as an uncharted region, all right? The uncertain region. Usually we don't trade here. From openings to pivot 2, usually we don't trade. All right, because the market will be very, what do you call, uncertain, because like below P2 is selling pressure, right? But above OP is buying. So now when buying pressure and selling pressure at the same time, the market will get a bit confused. So at this junction here, no trading for us, okay? But because the KSI is green in color, right? So that tell you that boys are actually still want to buy. So if anybody think that you want to buy it now, I won't stop you from buying, but I would rather wait. So wait until when? Wait until if the market cross P2, okay, then I will join you in the buying side, okay? But if the market unfortunately goes below OP, then it will be a sell already. But because the KSI is green in color, so when it comes to KTR -1 to -3, do consider to buy back some position, okay? That is how you actually do your planning in the beginning of the day, all right? So all clear on this? If everybody clear on what I share about the Dow Jones, please text the word clear, C-L-E-A-R, all right? If you are very sure or what I just heard, what I just said, right? All right, can you key the word C-L-E-A-R, clear? All right, so that I know that you guys are listening to me. All right, there's some profit taking on gold right now as I'm seeing on the chart. And silver is trading at $25 again. So again, this is something that watch out for, right? Because I mentioned to you guys for silver, it will be very close by with gold. And if gold comes down, silver will follow through. Okay, so thank you guys. I can see how many are clear right now. Fred is clear, Philip is clear, Anthony is clear, Carl is clear. How about the rest? Eiling is clear. Good, good, good. I need you guys to be very clear on what I need to tell you, because you don't want to get lost, okay? And then after that, you lose money, then you get unhappy with this. It's not healthy at all. Okay, so that is the Dow Jones. Nasdaq, there's time for it. Nasdaq, you can see, again, we create a very incredible doji today. So for that rational reason, I will say that today, just watch the market closely. Now, today's MLP is very close, very nearby. It's just around here, okay? MLP, right? MLP, remember, is the middle of the body, the base symbol, right? So as long as the Nasdaq stays above the MLP for today, okay, above the MLP, we should see Nasdaq going higher. But if let's say Nasdaq basically is now resisted here, then there might be some profit taking, but it's only probably some, okay? Probably some. Now, Nasdaq, as I mentioned to you, has a very strong support at 12,750. Because the last time when this happened, you can see almost every time when the Nasdaq comes to 12,750, it does show a very strong support there. So this is a very imaginary line, and it seems to be a very strong support. So if let's say there's any reason for the Nasdaq to come down, right, and it comes down to 12,750, right, this will be a very strong support unless the market breach it. Okay, so it's informing you that if it comes down, 12,750 will be a very strong support, and if it stabilize there, it'll be a good time to buy again. But if the market breaches it, then of course things can get pretty nasty. Okay, so that is the level that you need to take note for Nasdaq at 12,750, but it's very far away right now. Okay, so Hang Seng is still going to open later on, so I can have more time to do my other stuff. Let's look at Nasdaq. So you can see Nasdaq today, it is actually between the two pivots. So above OP is a buy towards pivot 1. If below OP, we sell towards pivot 2. The KCB, right? There's a very powerful KCB that was tested yesterday. Remember, I told you guys there's a KCB level at 13,638 level. Now, the thing is that yesterday, you can see the market tested the KCB and then pulls back. So today, the KCB at 13,638 will still be the level that I'll be watching. If the market can't go past 13,638, then likely there might be some profit taking in the near term. Okay, so that's something that I want to share with you. 13,638. This is the very important KCB level. Okay. Okay, something. Okay, so let's continue. All right, so time check is 9:09 right now. Still got some time, so I do the S&P. Okay. Now S&P chart basically, wow, it went past my triangle, so it is likely to go higher. But today MLP is very close, so the MLP is going to be touching today's market pretty well. Now the thing is, at the moment now, it's still very bullish. I'll be honest with you, it's still very bullish on S&P. All right, but the doji is a warning sign. Now, normally of a doji day, next day will have a potential directional day. So yesterday was a doji, right? Doji in Japanese candlestick is doji. So next day usually is a directional day, directional. So today, from what I'm seeing right now, we could see the S&P even going higher. Maybe S&P today will test 4,100. Now on the flip side, the S&P can test back 4,050. Okay, so my personal take is that, okay, if it goes up today, S&P can go to 4,100 all-time high, or it pulls back, it's about 4,050. All right, so these are the two range that I'm seeing on S&P for today. So traders, you can consider watching this S&P closely, because of the yesterday is a doji. Usually the next day is a directional day. Not 100%, but at least it's something that we can watch out, okay, and take a look at it. So traders, today will be quite an interesting day. Stand by for this, okay? Okay, so that is the S&P 500, and let's look at S&P chart, a quick one. Okay, S&P today is interesting. S&P today, the opening price is very near to the pivot 2. In fact, today the opening price for the S&P is actually at 4,076. So which means that the market, the pivot 2 is 4,077. So the opening price is actually below pivot 2. So that means that if the S&P drops below 4,076, it's a sell. But because the KSI is green in color, so the downside will be limited. But again, as I said today, yesterday is a doji formation. So traders, you must watch the S&P very, very closely today. So likely there might be a chance that the S&P may go up by 30 points or down by 30 points today. So traders, please be on standby. You will want to take advantage of this trade today. Normally, I love doji directional day. It's a very, very good setup for trading. Okay. All right, so now it's 9:12, so we have time to do Hang Seng right now. Now, as I said, Hang Seng should be able to gap up quite substantially to about 29,500 level. It closed at 28,975. So for Hang Seng to go up and open around 29,523, it is possible mathematically. But at the same junction here, let me just bring to you the China A50, just a quick one. Hey, sorry, I lost it. Or did I change away? Gosh. Okay, maybe I change it away. Okay, let me mind. China A50. Okay, there was some profit taking yesterday on China A50. It was down quite substantially yesterday, but once it hit the MA30, right, it rebounded. Remember that? Yesterday, I was showing you guys about China A50. When it came down, it was down quite a fair bit, but towards the end of the day, it rebounded pretty strongly because there was a very strong support at the MA30. So if you look at it now, you put the MA30 right there, and I put it back to the 15-minute chart of yesterday. You can see why the market recovered strongly. So when it came down, all the way down. It hit the MA30 on the day chart, and then from there it rebounded strongly, 200 points on the bottom. Can you see that? So that's why MA30 is a very powerful short-term chart to watch out for. Okay. So would that be the same for Hang Seng today? As I mentioned, it will be. Okay, Hang Seng today, on last Thursday, the market crossed the MA30, and that's why Hang Seng went up. So today, Hang Seng to go higher is fairly possible. Okay, fairly possible. So Hang Seng is going to open very soon. Okay, so let me stand by myself for Hang Seng. Okay, Hang Seng will open in about 40 seconds time. Okay, so traders, you just have to stand by, and that is what I suspect, because Hang Seng on the day chart is CCRY, red to yellow, so it's going to be positive, but the KSI happened to be red in color, so there should be some profit taking upon the opening. All right, so Hang Seng is going to open right now in about 30 seconds time. Traders, please be on standby. I suspect there will be some resistance around here at 29,500 region. So we will be watching the Hang Seng very closely, shall he opens and creates here. Okay, so we are 10 seconds away. Let's stand by for this. Okay, 5 seconds to go. Okay, quite excited, right? Okay, Hang Seng has just opened. Let me see where it opened. Oh, okay, it opens here. It opens at 29,152 level, 29,152 gap up, but not as high because there was some profit taking on Dow Jones last night. And basically the KSI happened to be red, right, as I mentioned. So that's meaning, right, if the market stays above OP, we should see going up to 29,243. But if the Hang Seng pulls back down, okay, then Hang Seng will be testing the 28,695. So if you ask me, right, if the market goes down and cover the gap and goes down further, there is a high chance for the Hang Seng to test back 28,695 because of the KSI that's red. And yesterday, the way the China A50 rebounded, but now it may come back down again. So that's why I want to say this for Hang Seng traders. If it comes down, all right, it's a high chance that Hang Seng may cover the gap. Hang Seng may cover the gap. So traders, that is my personal take for Hang Seng today. All right, hope you guys had caught the my personal sharing. So you guys decide on your own. Huh? Okay, cool. All right, that's it. All right, so let's talk about, sorry. I need to talk about DEX first, sorry. Here we go. All right, this is DEX. Okay, now yesterday I already tell you guys for DEX. Remember, I told you guys DEX, if it gaps up, you must look to sell. And indeed, it really happened. Look at it. DEX yesterday opened at 15,267, went the high of 15,336, but eventually closed down to 15,208. I already mentioned that if DEX go past 15,300, take some profit. All right, remember that. Those who remember that I said this, that to take profit on DEX, please key REM. Those who remember that I said that you must take profit on DEX, please key REM so that you guys can validate that I did mention to you about DEX. Okay, so that's why we always can make some good money from the market, because if you plan your trading day, you will know exactly what to do. If you don't plan and you just want to like come in and then trade the market, right? Unless you are really the godsend trader, if not, I think it's going to be very tough. In my 20 years as a trader, I'll tell you this: if you do planning, the chance of you making money is there. That's why every morning I do this MAO. One thing is for you, one thing is for myself. So I will know exactly what to do. So yesterday, when it comes to DEX, I know exactly what to do. So we shorted the DEX and make some money. You see that? Is that simple, guys? You really must remember that. This is how we make money. All right, we may not make money every day, but there are days where we are very certain that we can make money. Okay, so you can see on DEX today, MLP is at 15,234. So as long as the market stays below MLP today, there might be some further profit taking. Okay, good. I can see that Jerry, Mandy, Susan, Benedict, right, all remember that. I remember that Susan, you shorted you took profit, in fact, on the DEX. Congratulations to you. That's well done. All right. So if you actually look at DEX, so you're just going to bring into DEX as a picture here. Hold on. Oh, by the way, Hang Seng is coming down at the moment. Hang Seng is coming down. All right, basically Hang Seng is coming down. All right, so if Hang Seng come down, likely it will come down to about KTR minus 2 lah, about 28,000 here. Come down to here. That is about 28,965. If it comes there, you can consider to buy back some position. Okay, that is the what I'm looking on the Hang Seng right now. Okay, those people who are trading on it, just make sure that you know exactly what to do. All right, and trade according to plan. Okay, remember that, trade according to plan. Okay, all right, so yeah, that's, wait, give me a minute. Messages all coming in again, but I know I told them, say I need to do my morning MAO, busy. Okay, so that is Hang Seng for you guys. Excuse me. Do the show you the DEX. Sorry. Okay, you look at DEX yesterday. This is what you should do for DEX. You see that? This is what happened to DEX yesterday. Incredible. DEX basically opened up here at about 15,200. Then when DEX go past to KTR plus 1, it failed, and to go higher, pulls back, went below pivot 1, and that is a sell. CCYR sell. And if you sell down, you can see it came down here. Then another wave, it went up again. This time round was even better, because this time round, this guy is a BNB. So it's a BNB followed by a color change, CCYR. So you sell again. And then after that, it tries the third time. Again, it failed, CCYR, you sell it again. And the last time over here, the market can't even go to pivot 1. And after that, the market collapsed. So that's why when you have pivots, you have the access to all these indicators. You just have to follow. Trust the pivots, trust the techniques, all right? And you can just make the money. And truth be told, yesterday, it was a very easy trade. As long as you follow the trades and you sell due to color change, sell due to the pivots, you're gonna make money. And this one, something I mentioned to you way hours before DEX opened yesterday, right? So that is how we can make money. Even you are in Singapore, you can be trading DEX, which is a German index. So it's pretty cool, right? Okay, so that's why I say we will go far, my friends. We will go very far as one. Because look at how the DEX collapsed later on. Look at it. Wow, the DEX just came down all the way, man. This is really incredible. Okay, incredible. Hang Seng is trading a bit lower right now. Okay, is here trading here, but no color change at the moment. So I told you guys Hang Seng should be able to touch 28,965 level later. Let's see how it happens or not. Okay, so let's look at gold. Wow, gold. Okay. So yesterday, gold bottomed out at about 1730. And then after that, it traded all the way up because the dollar actually came off. Let me bring the dollar right now, okay? Okay, not this one. Hold on. There we go. Okay, here we go. Now, the dollar actually yesterday came off quite a bit, okay? The dollar, all right, let me just bring it to you plus yesterday's momentum movement. Okay, can you see that? Yesterday, the dollar actually came down, and today, the day before, it came down first wave, then yesterday came down again. So the dollar was trading at 93. Then it came down all the way to 92. So it was down by 70 basis point. Okay, but the thing is this, 70 basis point is a lot, and it will definitely affect the gold price. And that's why you see gold trading at 1740 right now. But the question is this, based on what I know about gold and dollar momentum, right, I believe that the gold should go up a bit more. But the upside seems to be resisted at 1745 level, and I'll show you later in the chart form. So all I can tell you is this, if you look carefully in the overall perspective, okay, look at it right now. Every time when the dollar goes up, there will be intermittent pullback. Obviously, there will be, as all chart will be. So now the thing is this, the last time the high was at 93.30. And now it came back down to 92.26, but it's now still higher than last low, right? So my personal take is this, if later on the dollar cross back 92.50, now right there is now somewhere, if the dollar do cross above, come back up again to 92.50, and start to stay above it, right? That means that gold price will fall. I repeat, if the dollar index cross back 92.50, now it's 92.25, okay? So if the gold, if the dollar index crossed 92.50, right, what will happen is that gold price, now gold is trading about approximately 1740 now, okay? So we're talking about now the dollar and gold is around this as a pair, 1740 to 92.26. So if the gold price, if the dollar goes up to 92.50, I suspect gold will be trading about 1730 range, okay, around there. But if the dollar strengthen higher to 92.50 and higher, back to 93, then gold will be coming down back to 1700 level. So if the dollar goes back to 93.30 range, then the gold price should be coming back down to 1700 level. All right. So the thing is, you may ask, then why do you think that the dollar will go up, right? As I told you before, in my opinion itself, right, the yield will go up, right? The yield will just gradually go up because of the inflation, right, in the market. But this week, as I told you before, Jerome Powell will be speaking. So naturally, the market will pull down a little bit. But the moment once he finishes his speech this week, next week, that's why I tell you guys, next week is where the main market movement will be, next week. This week will be a bit subtle, a bit of like, I see you, you see me. But next week, if the US yields start to go up again to above 1.7%, and of course, if the dollar strengthens to 93, then of course, everything will start to move. That's the reason why I am informing you this week itself will be a good week to just prepare. Next week will be a very incredible week for everybody. So that's why I want to share this all with you. All right, cool. You heard me about this thing, about this week thingy? All right, cool. All right, thank you. Okay, so that is the dollar. That is a dollar. So the yield, you can see the yield is fidgeting, trying to climb. If you look at the last 5 days, okay, you can see the last 5 days that the yield came off from the high of 1.73 and then all the way down to the low of 1.657. But now it's trying to creep up already, right? That is what my point is. The dollar is creeping up a little bit, so is the yield. So the yield and the dollar actually move in the same way at the moment. And if you get some strength, it can go up again. And if it goes up, obviously, you know what will happen in terms of repercussion. Okay, so all these are all very important stuff that I need to share with you. Okay. Oh, sorry. Right, here we go. So at the moment now for the mainstream media, they are pretty positive. They're saying that, right, the gold is up because the dollar and the yield slips. You can see my point here. And gold's going up because it's a recovery optimism. So that's why gold is going up. Oh, okay. They say that gold is going up because inflation is in the market. Hence, therefore, gold steady. Yeah, inflation and gold goes in tandem in a way. Okay. So that's why now it's tell you that because it's crossed a 1745 level, so likely go higher. So you see, so now all the mainstream media, especially our Business Times, are pretty positive on how they see gold, and that's why I smile. Okay, that's why I'm smiling. So I hope you get my cue, lah. Okay, now for gold, we bought gold 2 days ago because we saw the CCRY, right, red to yellow. That's why for the 3G group, we bought gold. All right, we bought gold. Right, then what happened? Gold went up. So gold opening price on was here at this point, and that was 1728. Then once it stayed above OP, it went towards the pivot one, which is 1742. So that's how you trade for gold. But if it goes below OP, of course, you'll come down, right? But it didn't. The KSI was red in color, so it was a bit surprising to see gold actually trading higher. But because of technique, we had to follow whatever market does. We still had to follow. So when the market goes above OP, jolly well, we just stay long in the market and just be more cautious to the win, buy smaller and aim when the market gives you a signal. So that's why yesterday we still went in to buy gold. All right. Now, initially in the morning, because of the Super Tuesday live trading, we shorted gold, right? Because it went down. Break the KTR +1. We shorted gold. Then we bought back here. Now, why we bought back gold? Because you can see that everything, the KSI was there, the KCX was there. That's why we bought back gold. And after that, we didn't cover anymore. But towards the evening, gold rocketed all the way up. All right, from here itself. Now, where is the signal? This is where it is. Can you see that? This is the KSI jump. Now, that's why if you look at KSI jump, it's a very powerful indicator. If you actually spotted it, right, guys, you really must maximize this. When you see a KSI jump, that means that, right, there is a sudden influx of some particular direction. And once you see that, you just follow through and put a stop loss. If you are wrong, cut. But if you are right, oh my God, the profit margin itself is incredible. I repeat, KSI jump. It's a very, very powerful technique. All right, KSI jump. Okay. Okay, KSI jump. Huh? Okay. All right. Okay, so let's look at the market right now. Okay, Hang Seng came down a little bit, tried to recover, hovering at the KTR -1 level right now. Let's look at gold first. Okay, let's look at gold on the conventional chart. Now, gold conventional chart, we can see very clearly it's very heavily strong supported at the 61.8 level, which happened to be the 1689 level. All right, so as long as gold stays there, that's fine. Okay, the day chart, well, the MA30 is still above. So which means that there is some form of resistance. Okay, I repeat myself. There is some form of, sorry, this is silver, my bad. No, where's my gold chart? Sorry. Hey, hold on. Something went wrong. This is Hang Seng, this is DAX, China. Oh, I think I switched away the gold. Okay, sorry, my bad. Gosh. Here we go. Okay, so you can see that gold today, the MA30 is at 1726. I repeat, gold MA30 is at 1726. And I mentioned to you guys, as long as gold stays above 1726, the MA30, gold will go up. It happens already. Congratulations. But now we can see that there's some form of profit taking at the moment in gold, right? So as long as gold stays above 1726, still okay. But if gold goes below 1726, then that's it. Then the market likely will be coming down again. Okay. Now today's MLP for gold is about here. That's about 1736 level, not drawn to scale. So traders, watch out for gold at 1736. If the gold hits 1736 and rebound, this could be this is a good buy. It's a good chance to buy. But if the gold goes below 1736, then gold will come down to test 1726. So 736 first support, 726 second, but very critical support. If the market loses 1726, then there's a high chance for gold to pull back down all the way down to 1667. All right, I'm gonna write it down for you. If gold really loses 1726 level, then gold has the possibility to come back down all the way to 1676. But if gold stays up above OP, I have mentioned to you guys, gold could be going to this point first, and that level is 1755. Okay, so I write down all the level for you guys first. Okay, 1755. So let me repeat myself once again. If gold comes down to 1736, it'll be a good level to look to buy if it basically hit the support and rebound on MLP. But if gold goes below 1736, the next support level is the MA30 is 1726. It has to stay there and stay above. If gold cannot stay above 1726, then it may drop all the way down to 1676. So all the 666. Okay. All right. Then, but of course, if gold recovers, then the target will be 1755 or 756. Okay. If you want to have all the 6 in the market, then just take note of all these numbers. Okay, cool. Like this sharing. All right. If you like this sharing, can you key the word like, L-I-K-E, just to see whether you guys are still around me. All right. If you like my sharing, please key there. By the way, Hang Seng is trading lower now. Hang Seng is trading lower now. It's trading at about 29,000 level plus around there. Okay, so cool, right? Okay. Yeah. So if you like my sharing on the goal right now, if you like my sharing, you know, just give me a thumbs up, give me all the love and say you like, okay? Because this is going to be very helpful for you guys later on. Because later on, I'm talking about gold trading or about something I'm going to present something very important to you on gold. Yeah, later on, I'll be presenting something very important on gold. So please hang on around because you really don't want to miss this segment. Right? It will be done at the end of this MAO. Okay? So for people who are on the Go group chat, can someone just text in the group chat and tell them, say, come on in to join the MAO, because this last part on Go side will be very, very important. Okay. All right. Hang Seng has broke below 29,000, right? I just saw Hang Seng has just broke below the 29,000 mark. Let's take a look right now. Oh gosh. Woo. Wow. 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 It's coming there. It's coming there. One more bit. One more bit. It will hit that point I mentioned. Let's take a look. And it does. Yoo-hoo! Okay, guys, done. Okay, this is what we done it. Okay, we suspected you will go there, and it really went there. Wow! Congratulations to those who basically do something to it now. Now Hang Seng, obviously we do M5 because we want it to be safe. But if you really want to go into this like a minute chart, you can actually see the minute chart now. Why you can do a short in Hang Seng at KTR ±1. And then you can book profit at exactly at KTR -2. And look at it. It really stays there. Oh my God, really? As if that the market knows KTR -2 really exists in Hong Kong. I mean, this is incredible. We're in Singapore now. I'm in Tampines right now, and I'm doing this thing live. And the market in Hang Seng just stopped there. As if that the market knows us. This is why I say our system is damn powerful. It really is really beyond. Okay, guys? Cool, right? Okay. Anyway, for those who are short in the market, those who text me, I think it's time to book some profit. Okay, don't get too crazy on this. Remember, you must take profit. Okay, because you don't want to be caught on the wrong side of the market. I mean, it's good to take profit. It's good to be correct, but it's even better to make money and get it done. Okay. Oh, Hang Seng has broke below that level. Okay, cool for you, but still, for those who are short in the Hang Seng, my personal take is this. Take some profit, okay? You don't want to be caught on the wrong side of the market, okay? Just take some. It doesn't kill to take some profit, okay? It doesn't kill, all right? Oh my God, my hands full now. Everybody's texting me on the side, asking me what should they do on a Hang Seng trade and da. Oh my God, I'm busy, really incredibly busy. Okay, guys, congratulations to all of you. Okay, all right. So that is gold. That is the thing. Let's look at our. Did I show you my gold chart? Sorry, my bad. Okay, so this is the goal right now. Oh, sorry, I didn't do the one. Okay, so I told you guys over here, weekly chart is there, mentioned to you. Silver, as I mentioned to you, silver is seen to be resisted at this 25.31 level. So silver seemed like coming down again. Silver MLP today is something around here. Okay, $25. Okay, $25. So if the market breached below $25, silver should be coming down again. Okay, silver should be coming down again. Okay, all right. So let's go now. Now for today's gold, let me be very objective here. Okay, don't get too excited. All right, the opening price of gold is between the two pivot, right? The KSI is green. I repeat that. The KSI is green. Whatever's happening right now, you do not care. The KSI is still green based on yesterday. So if the gold stays above OP, it will go to 1755, the level that I mentioned, which is exactly the same level I mentioned, right? The level I mentioned was based on conventional chart. But today, 1755 is come from pivots, which is a calculated coincidence. Yeah, indeed. Now, if gold today comes below OP, goes below OP, there will be some profit taking, which you're seeing right now. Then P2 is 1735. 1735, familiar, right? Yes, 1736 is the level I mentioned earlier. So if the gold price today breaches 1735, that is no good. I repeat, if gold price goes below 1735, it's no good. So traders, please make sure of that. But if market hovers and gets supported at 1735, then the market may recover. So watch out for this 1735 level for all the gold traders today. 1735, a very critical level to watch. Okay, cool. All right, so that will be the goal. Let's look at Bitcoin. Now, yesterday, Bitcoin, initially we lost money, but after that, we make back some money. Then after that, the market came down. We waited, bought back again, make money again, and last one, make small money. So overall, we have 1 loss, 3 wins. Seriously, guys, what I'm doing here is the same thing that you learned from me. All right, when the KCX comes out, right, but if there's no color change, you shouldn't enter the long. Now, yesterday, some individual went in long here, and I was pretty upset. I told him, how can you long there? He said that because the KCX turned green. and there's some artificial support, their own support. They tell me that, right, okay, based on their own technical rules, they tell me that there is a very strong support line here itself, and that's why they went in to buy Bitcoin at 58,500 level. That was where they go in to buy. So straight away, I asked them, I say, look, if you are my student and I'm telling you this, don't do that, because end of the day is that you do not see any color change at that particular area. You don't see it at all. And they tell me that because the support is there. I say, look, my friend, if you're using my system, you just have to follow. So they say that, yeah, Kel, we are basically mixing your signal and our own way of looking at chart to combine. So I get quiet. I just get quiet because I know that it's really pointless to argue further. So I say, look, anyway, since you tell me there is a support level here, please make sure that the market do not break that level that you mentioned. Because at the moment now, I'm telling you this, if the market breaks down, there will be some selling. And of course, truth be told, what happened? The Bitcoin sold off. Okay, Bitcoin from 58,300 is sold down to 57,300. So down $1,000. And obviously, unfortunately, they got hit. So dear all, even though the KCX is blinking at the bottom, but if there's no color change, please do not engage into the trades. If not, it's all right, you will suffer. All right, guys. So if you think that this sharing is very important, can you keep BTC over here? BTC Bitcoin, all right? Because I really want you guys to really remember this. It's so important. You do not want to be caught, doing the wrong thing. Because if you use my technique, but you don't use it entirely itself, right? Then you get hit. Then people ask you how you traded, and you tell people that you use our technique. I mean, that's very not fair to us. Really, it's very not fair to us. If you use the whole system exactly to the T and you lose money, by all means, go ahead. Be vocal about it and tell people that, you are unhappy because you lost money with the technique that you learned. But if you actually mix and match, then it's not fair. Okay? So that is what happened on Bitcoin yesterday. Thank you guys for all the strong support. Because it was pretty upsetting when that happened. All right, it was pretty upsetting, trust me, when I had this conversation with them. Okay, now for Bitcoin today, please be careful. Bitcoin for today, please be careful. Bitcoin opening price is between the two pivot. Can you see that? That's cool, right? But if you look carefully itself, for Bitcoin today is now trading below P2. Now P2 is 57,584. And the KSI obviously is great in color, but there's no blue bar at the bottom. So what I suspect is this: today Bitcoin may see some profit taking. Now, I don't think it's our Taman that actually created this sell wave, but based on what we have been seeing, right, the last few days, the KSI has been red in color. So that's why you can see there's a lot of tails on the top. Can you see that? You realize a lot of tail on the top side of the candle. When you see a lot of tails on the top side, that means there's selling pressure. When there's a lot of tail at the bottom, it's buying pressure. It's very simple candlestick theory. Okay, so today, my personal take is this: if Bitcoin stay below 57,584, I do suspect that Bitcoin will be trading lower. How much lower? Likely it may come down to this point here. This point is roughly about 55,000. Yeah, 55,000. So my personal suspect is 55,000. That Bitcoin may pull back to this point here, 55,000. So for those who are doing US stocks that are related to cryptocurrency, you may want to take a look. Right, I think my brother Yao Tong is around, right? Okay, that's why this morning I text you about Mara and Riot. All right, I think a few more days, we can see some good chance to buy already. Cheers. Thank you. All right, see whether we are right or not. Okay, for Bitcoin. All right, guys, that is for Bitcoin. How about Ethereum? Let's look at Ethereum. Now, I do a bit more sharing because we have now Bitcoin and Ethereum crowd, right? So I want to share this with you. Ethereum also no good. Ethereum also no good. Ethereum basically, right, you can see that the KSI is red in color already. And today the opening price is actually above pivot 1, but pivot 2, sorry. And now it's trading below pivot 2. So if Ethereum cannot stay above 21,105 level, that means that Ethereum may pull back. Now, Ethereum, if it pull back, right, it can come down all the way to 1967. Okay, I repeat, if Ethereum come down, right, it can come down to 1967 level. So for those who jump in recently on Bitcoin last 2 days, I will solely tell you that be careful that big Ethereum may drop down to 19 1967 level. All right. So traders, just remember that. This is something that I want to share with you. I already tell you what to do about Ethereum 1967. Okay. All right, guys, that will be all for today, the MAO part 1. I'm going to go into part 2 right now. That will be the alternate market views. That was basically using what I got it from the internet and also my personal perspective. And I want to share some non stuff with you, okay? Non TWB stuff in a way, okay? So if you are okay, you stay on. If you're not okay, you can leave. But remember this today, the last part is about gold trading, and maybe you can really know exactly what to look out for gold. It's going to be very powerful sharing. Stay on if you want to look about gold trading, okay? I take a short water break first. Wow, Hang Seng has dropped further. Wow, Hang Seng has dropped further. Oh my God. Okay. Wow. Congratulations to all of you guys. Really? So how I know? Because of KSI. As long as KSI is red, emphasize on the sell side. It's always like that, guys. You just have to follow. Okay, guys. Thank you. All right. So we're going to have the sharing soon. Okay, let's start. Okay. Now this is, oh, sorry. Ignore the header. I have no time to change the header. Sorry, I think I missed out. Ignore the header, okay? Now this is the physical gold price and the paper gold price. Now you realize that all along physical gold and paper gold, they go in tandem. All right? I mean, it makes sense, all right? But recently you can see the physical gold price is slightly away from the paper price of gold. So what does it tell you? That tells you that, right, there is some form of demand with the physical itself, okay, not the paper. So the gold premium has also basically climbed up recently. All right, and then now it's trading higher. So it seems to be that there is a little bit of demand for gold, all right, a bit of demand for gold. Or can I say this? If any chance, if gold do have a pullback, then gold will be a very good buy. Okay, so take this down somewhere, okay? All right, this is how I interpret the chart. Now, this is something very powerful. Okay, again, please ignore the header. Sorry, I already forgot to do the change of the headers. All right. Now, this is Larry William. All right. I really respect him. To me, he's a Shifu in my life. All right. This guy has a very unique way to read the market, and he believes in seasonality pattern that he self-created. Okay. Self-created. So Larry Williams' gold chart, you can see that he says this. It seems to be he suspect that gold on the April the 2nd, which is just a few days ago, all right, will plunge. April 2nd, gold will come down all the way to April the 22nd. So that is what his view is. But if you look at gold, okay, look at gold right now. April the 2nd, right? April the 2nd, which is here. Okay, which is, all right, okay, somewhere here, okay? So you can see the difference here, my friends. All right, the April 2nd, he expects the gold price to peak and then comes down to April the 22nd. But what we saw on our chart is April the 2nd, going up, okay? All right, a bit. All right, and prior to that itself, from March the 19th to April the 2nd, it's supposed to go up. So March the 19th, will be here. All right, it's supposed to go up, but what we saw is the gold price came down, okay? So it's a little bit not according to his plan. Okay, no, I'm not mocking him. I'm still taking it seriously. So maybe he's one cycle wrong or one cycle too early. Okay, now I will still take to the point of this. If April 2nd is where he said that gold price will come down, then I suspect that gold may be coming down soon, right? So that is what I'm seeing over here. Okay, so again, I'm not saying that he's wrong. I'm just saying that this chart is a little bit off, but we can still utilize it, okay, correctly, all right? Not necessarily that phase is wrong doesn't mean it's all the way wrong. It could be just that particular phase is wrong, but the remaining phase is correct. So basically, I decided to take this idea and I use a little bit of my personal gift, okay? All right, to be able to see pattern in a very unique way. So what I did is that I got a friend of mine, okay, he's one of a very good friend, okay, he's a senior, obviously. He is very good in programming. So I asked him, can you do this a favor? Can you just take this set of numbers, and to basically do a back testing and a forward testing, and see whether or not can I also create something similar like Larry William. Okay, so what I did was this. Can you see that now? Now, guys, please ignore the RSI at the bottom. Okay, the live, this one is something that I'm still testing it lah, but I will see whether what will happen next. So in short itself, right, I believe that market go in cycle, but the cycle can be up, can be down. So by theory, the next cycle wave that gold will be embarking will be on the April the 10th. By April the 10th, gold will be embarking to another new wave. So which means that, right, either the gold will go up a lot or gold will come down a lot from the April the 10th. Because based on my charting here, all right, the last time we saw this, you can see that gold went up. So how do we utilize this stuff, this thing? Is that on the day itself, okay? On the day itself where I create the line up here, right? Then the closing price will be the pivotal point. The closing price, okay? The close will be the pivotal point. The close, okay? Will be the pivotal point. So if the market stays above it, it will go up. Can you see that? Can you see that? Okay. But if it basically goes below it, then it will come down. So it happened before and it happened many times. Okay. You can see that. Okay. So if you stay below, it will come down. Stay above, it goes up. Of course, at this junction here, you may say, Kel, isn't the same thing, just drawing a line? Well, I will not want to debate over this, but I'm going to tell you this, that based on what I'm seeing, it does give me a very good information, especially market top or market bottom. Can you see that now? Then if I combine with RSI, which is the cyclical oscillator, then it looks pretty decent. So, well, you can see that there is something here that I'm quite confused at the moment because it's neither here or there. So the next few days for gold will be very critical. So from today is 7th of April, right? I don't know where the gold will go. So the next 3 days, I'll be watching gold very closely, and come to April the 10th, I will be watching it even closer, because that means that we could see either a big upside or a big downside coming in. So if you actually hear what I say in the MAO itself, right, in regards of the yields and stuff, I think you roughly know where am I looking at. So traders, this is a new evolution indicator that I created. Okay, all right, it can work on the S&P, Dow Jones, Hang Seng, and this gold at the moment. Okay, so I'm still testing it, but of course I will introduce it slowly to all of you. And of course, that's why in MAO, if happen to be, if I see this type of movement, I will inform you. So remember, the date is 10th of April. Okay, guys, 10th of April. This is so important. Okay, so guys, I just hope that you guys will benefit out of this. And I will tell you already, there's a lot of money to make. As long as you stick with us, you should make money. All right. So I hope you enjoyed today's MAO. I think I did a fairly decent job today. I hope you like it. If you really like it as well, give me all the love that you can do, all the love. You keyword LOVE, love. If you can, keyword LOVE, that you love what you're seeing right now and you really appreciate that. And you know that eventually, guys, this is something that you chose the right place. Okay. So thank you so much. Thank you so much, guys. I hope you enjoyed today's MAO. Have a great day. I will see you again tomorrow, same time, roughly there. Okay, Kel signing off. Bye-bye. Right, hear all the love. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.